Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video from Type 1 Detour. This episode, we are in Lake George, New York. Lake George is a large freshwater lake located in the Adirondack Mountains in upstate New York. It is approximately 32 miles long and 3 miles wide at its widest point. The lake is actually named after King George II of England. Along with all the outdoor activities like hiking, boating, and fishing, Lake George also has a rich cultural history with several historic sites and museums, including the Fort William Henry, which played a key role in the French and Indian War. The views of downtown Lake George were incredible. We walked around the downtown area and just went in and out of some of the shops. It was the off season, so a lot of things were actually closed and it wasn't crowded whatsoever. We did come across this cool little amusement park type area. It's a small little amusement park. You paid per ride, so you know the girls of course have to go on the merry-go-round. We ended up eating at a restaurant where the reviews said the views were better than the food, and I think I would agree with that. We stayed at Lake George Escape Campground, which is part of our 1,000 Trails membership, and it was a ton of fun. They had a restaurant and sports bar on site, a weekend hayride, mini golf. They even had free campfire s'mores, and they had movies several nights a week.
Today we are at Up Yonda Farm in Bolton Landing, New York, which is a little town right on Lake George. I don't know how I came across it. I read about it, and it's supposedly like a little nature environmental center. So we're gonna check it out, and I'm sure the kids will have a great time, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Stop for a minute, stop and breathe for a minute. Don't get over your head, try to listen instead, won't you? Think for a minute, who you wanna be.
Alright, so we just finished at the Up Yonda Farm. It's an environmental education center, and it was really cute. They asked that you pay $5 per vehicle, so we did that, and it looks like it's on maybe the owner's property, and they have a little butterfly garden where you can walk in. It was closed because right now the butterflies are migrated, so they'll be back next summer, but they had a little butterfly garden that when it is open you can walk in and look at all the butterflies. Then they had the little office visitor center, was where they had a lot of different turtle exhibits, different kinds of turtles, in different tanks, and you can just look, and they were all named. And then once you go in the back of the property, there is a museum that was really cute. It's a total kid-friendly, hands-on museum. They have a lot of different animals that were stuffed, and they have a whole beehive exhibit where you can just look right at the bees working away. They had a big kinetic sand bin where you can touch and you can build mountains or hills or islands, and
if you don't make the island high enough, it will actually get covered in water.
They have a lot of different stations, a little animal track, coloring station, a little library section where you could pick a book out and sit in a cozy little spot and read, an x-ray machine with pictures of different animal bones, so you can guess. It didn't work today, but normally you could guess which animal bone the photograph was. And what else do they have? Oh, they had like a little pretend like digging archaeologist area where you dig underneath and look for fossils or bones and try to piece them together. Overall, it was really, really cute and well worth the $5. I mean, we spent a couple hours here and we could have spent a couple more. Oh, and the last thing, they have a pond outside that they have big totes and nets, and they encourage you to scoop up creatures in the pond, look for tadpoles and frogs and fish and
crayfish. We caught a crayfish and a baby crayfish, a bunch of big tadpoles with spots, one big green frog, which I think is the same exact frog of the tadpoles.
So the kids really, really enjoyed taking the big net and scooping up and coming up and seeing what we could find. All that hard work scooping up out of the pond made your sugar go low.
There's one right there.
What'd you get?
It's a
Got me
big
a frog finally. He's gonna jump out, so.
All right, let's
That's
Put 'em
probably
in the bucket.
That's probably the grown-up form of our tadpole.
could be. Oh gosh, he's gonna
Where is he?
He's gonna jump
I mean,
any minute.
Yeah.
Oh!
He can't escape.
You think you can jump higher than this bucket?
Oh. He was going to backside me follow. Jump. Done. When you try to...
Back into their habitat, right? All that scooping he did brought his sugar down, and now he is starving. So if you're in the Lake George area or staying at Lake George Escape Campground, I definitely recommend. It's a 15-minute drive up the road to this little hidden gem. It's really cute.
So I hope you enjoyed this video about our stay here in Lake George. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow along, because the next video you're going to see from us, we are going to be in Niagara Falls. I can't even